Hi guys, welcome back to At Home with Holly. My name's Holly. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Today we're going to do an early mid-August garden tour. And this, ooh, there's a bird in my currants. This time we're going to start over here on the berry side of the garden. So the first thing is you'll notice I have fruit trees everywhere. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 fruit trees, and then I just ordered a new one as a replacement from Stark Brothers. So we'll have that additional fruit tree as well. We got plums and all kinds of stuff. So this bed has currants, and it has a Blanca currant and a pink champagne currant. These next two beds have thornless blackberries in them, and this is the first of our 3 grape plants. This one is the Reliance seedless grape. This is our peach tree, and we have peaches. I'm so excited. I didn't think we were going to get peaches this year. So that's exciting. This is our cherry tree. These are our golden raspberries. I'm not a huge fan of raspberries, so I think I'm going to transplant that to one of my neighbors. This is our second grape plant. And this one is a Somerset. We've got grapes. This is the first year that it actually set fruit, so I'm super excited about that. This is a peach tree that we planted this year as a replacement. This one has like a white flesh, so I'm excited to try that one. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 trees that are apple trees. And we have 1 pawpaw tree down there, and we have a nectaplum. And on the other side of the fence, my neighbor has another pawpaw, so they're pollinator partners. Then over here, this is the pink lemonade blueberry bed. I only have 1 blueberry plant that survived this. The bunny has attacked it. I tried to see if these would come back. They didn't. So I got some replacement ones to put in there. And then these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more blueberry plants. They get a little larger. And then this is our 3rd grape plant. And I don't remember where the tag went for that one, but it's loaded down with grapes too. And then over here, in and amongst the weeds, we have 1, 2 kiwi plants, and we're going to add a trellis that goes over the top so that the kiwi plants can climb up. And then looking this way, I have a chicken tractor, and I'll take you over to the chicken coop, and I'll take you over to the other side of the garden where the veggies are. We'll walk this way. Isn't this looking magical? This is a row of sunflowers and wildflowers that we have growing on our back fence line. Look at this guy. How beautiful. The school owns that property, and they spray for weeds and all kinds of stuff. So I thought a row of sunflowers would be a really good buffer. And you can see the bees enjoy it. There's bees all over the sunflowers. I love it. They're so happy. We have, in this tractor, we have meat birds and more sunflowers through here. And we have some milkweeds and zinnias and all kinds of coneflowers. Love that. And then this is the back side of the chicken coop. There are 9 chickens in there right now. thinking about expanding the chicken coop next year so we can get a few more. And then I have 3 green stalks. I have this one has white strawberries, the alpine strawberries, then it has herbs at the top. That one has red strawberries, and then, oh, I missed one. There's a green stalk on this side as well. It has red strawberries. And then this bed had 2 artichokes and a zucchini, and the squash bugs killed the zucchini. So we ripped those out and planted another row of green beans. And I missed harvesting that artichoke, but it's okay because look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. And that one's got a little head in there too, so maybe we'll get that one. But this green stalk did really well. And then a little cottage garden area around our chicken coop. A new addition since the last garden tour is the completed 3-bin composting system. And I showed you guys a video of that when we were building it. Came out really well. And then over here we have, sorry for the noise, air conditioner. Over here we have our first rain barrel collection system. I'm gonna do another one on the other side as well, because I really liked being able to have that rainwater. And then we do have some fence panels over here that I took from my neighbor when she was ripping down her old fence, and I painted them black, and they're actually gonna go around the rain barrels just as a kind of cover. So we're not looking at the blue rain barrels. And then this first bed is where we were growing our sweet corn that some animal helped themselves to and ate. And so I replanted it with green beans, and they're coming in great along with some weeds. And then I have these pots all along the front of my garden beds, and I try to put perennials in them. Sometimes dill and stuff pop in there too. But so this first one is our coneflower pot. And then the asparagus are very happy, very, very happy. The nasturtiums in this bed are happy too. We just harvested onions from all of these. Definitely need to do some weeding in here. And then we have, these are our pickling cucumbers. Just planted those a couple weeks ago. So those are going to, this is where we had our sugar snap peas. And so these are going to climb up and over this trellis. And then this side looking a little diseased late in the season. The cucumber beetles, I think, have found the melons and the cucumbers. So these had our English cucumbers, and those are done. And then we have melons in this trellis that, again, the cucumber beetles have pretty much destroyed them. So we have several ripe ones. Oop, they fall off when they're ripe. So got a few ripe ones I can take inside. And then this one has watermelons that, again, need taken inside because they are done growing and ready to come inside. And then this next bed is our pepper bed. So this has all the sweet peppers in it. There are yellow peppers and purple and green and lunchbox size, which are these here. They're like you ever get the bags of the sweet peppers at the grocery store that have like the red and yellow and orange in them? We have those. Then we have some purple ones somewhere in the back. Yeah, we've got some purple ones coming in. We've been harvesting these pretty regularly. They've been great. There's some herbs in here. There's some marjoram and thyme and garlic chives that are going crazy and need harvested. And then these are our jalapenos, and they are loaded too. These plants are loaded. I've been harvesting them like crazy, but we can never keep up. And I did a hybrid from Johnny's this year, and these are absolutely monster jalapenos. So that is exciting. We've got, oh, I almost missed the Rudbeckia. They're in front of the melon beds. They're on their way out, but you can see just how beautiful they were. I love Rudbeckia. Now in the front of this bed of the spicy peppers, I have the peppers that have the same flavor but no heat. So jalapenos and habanadas are in the front of this bed as well. And then this is the first of our tomato beds. These are our indeterminate tomatoes. And so this side has the slicers. So we have, what do we have over here? Well, I don't know where the tag to this first one went. Got buried somewhere. But then we have a Paul Robeson, a Dr. White cheese, a pineapple, and a German pink slicer. And they are loaded up and ready. We've had to, this is our first year doing my first year doing the trellis system this way. And I'm liking it because as they grow up, I'm able to just release out a little bit more. And then the stalk kind of piles up at the bottom, which is really nice. And I have basil at both ends of this, and it's been so hot. It's hard to keep up with the flowers that are happening. So I pluck those off and give them to the chickens whenever I am out here. And then this next row of tomatoes, we have Sheboygan, which is this first one. We have, what's the second one? Oh, a pink oxheart, which are these. No, that's not a pink oxheart. That's a federally. No, this is a federally. This one is a pink oxheart. And then we have an orange oxheart. You can see just how big. This is why I love the oxhearts. They get big like a slicer, but then they're meaty on the inside, which is awesome. This is a row of cantaloupes. These are, I think, Minnesota midgets over on this side. And then this is some holy basil that was a volunteer. And then on this side, we have Kajari melons and sweet passion melons, which are our absolute favorites. And then we have some paste tomatoes. So we have a Grandandero, which are Romas. They're supposed to be like really high producing, and so far they have been. We have an Inchiardi, which is a paste tomato. We have a blue, this one's an Amish paste. Right here is an Amish paste, actually. And then we have Blue Beach, which is another paste tomato. Some more basil. We have sweet potatoes growing in this pot, and that pot. And then on this side, we have a Jersey Devil tomato. These get so big, so big. And then this one is a striped Roma. I don't know that I'd grow these again because they split really frequently. So something to keep in mind. Then what's the next one we have? Sun Sugar cherry tomato. And then we have the black cherry tomatoes. And then we have, what's this one? I think this one is Champagne Bubble cherry tomato. And then Tropical Sunset. These have sized up nicely. I think I would grow these again for sure. The Tropical Sunset and the Champagne Bubbles, I really have enjoyed. This is a sunflower. I think this is a sunflower, Steve sunflower, that hasn't opened yet. And then this next bed is where we harvested the garlic. And now it is growing determinate, so the bush style paste tomatoes. So we have banana legs, which is a yellow variety in the first one, cream sausage, which is a yellow variety in the second one. And this is 10 fingers, which is a red variety. This is stevia. I grew it because I wanted to try growing it this year, and I have not even looked up how to harvest it or what to do with it. So definitely on the to-do list of things to do. And here are the most beautiful nasturtiums. I forget what variety that is, but I absolutely love it. On the back of this bed, we have some zinnia and some sunflower seeds that have toppled over from the weight of the birds landing on them, but I'm just going to leave them. The birds are still landing on them and eating them. These were sunflower steves. I think these were the Marley mix. And they're just so unique and beautiful that I'm loving them. And then on this side, this one is a San Marzano. And then we have some leads. And this one's aroma, this one's aroma, that one's aroma. And then we have Roma and San Marzano in the second bed, which was the elephant garlic. And some beautiful zinnias taking over. Now these we saved seeds from last year, so I don't even know what kind of hybrid they are, but I am saving seeds again from these because they're absolutely stunning. I love this like purpley pink color that they are, but they have green. I think these were queen lime something, but then they crossed with something else. So they start off with these little green, and they're just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then this next bed, this is what's interesting. I planted these potatoes. These are russet and Kennebec. I planted them all, and they were almost all the way dead, dying back. And then they got like a second flush of green. You can see that the original stems like died back, and then they got a second flush of green. And I'm just leaving them because I don't know what else to do besides I'm not used to harvesting them until they're all the way dead and dying back. So I don't really know what it is that I'm supposed to do besides leave them. So I'm leaving them. We'll see what happens. We'll see when I need to harvest them. So anyway, that is this bed. And then this last bed, this is my daughter's bed, and it has tomatoes going across the front of the arch. On the back of the arch, it is Malabar spinach, which is like a climbing spinach, and it has absolutely taken over this bed and almost knocked over the whole trellis, which is crazy and amazing. And then she had snapdragons and lots of flowers in the front to be making lovely bouquets. And then the reason I planted more green beans is because these are the green beans that are in her bed, and they're getting, they're producing, but so they look like this, but they are getting a lot of bug damage. And so I wanted to be able to have other crops of them because it is one of our favorite ones to flash freeze and be able to keep eating over the winter. So it looks like I need to come out and pick some of these. So that is what all the garden beds are looking like. I love looking down there. I love looking down there. Isn't that so magical? I love that. So the garden is definitely showing signs of some heat stress in August as it's August, but it's also showing signs of just a bountiful beauty, lots of food, lots of things growing, and lots of things to come. It is hot out here, even though it is the golden hour and late in the day. So I'm going to head inside. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while we took a tour of the garden this August. Thank you so much for the likes and the comments and the shares. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We have a whole lot more growing and chickens and fun stuff to do. See you next time. Thanks, my friend. Bye.